It's TheNewFlesh. I want to show you Wii Music. Came out for the holiday season 2008. I don't know if it counts as a rhythm game. You can make it a personal goal to play perfectly in rhythm, but you are absolutely not punished for playing poorly or improvising. There is no distinction. I'm a fan of this game, but for all the wrong reasons. Check out this egregious crap. I find it an impossibility to take this game seriously. Sometimes I get it in my head that I'm gonna try real hard, it's gonna sound okay. By the time you make a couple mistakes, it sounds so bad you just throw the whole performance in the trash and be a goof. With the exception of the horn style, which uses buttons, every other control style is really difficult to time your notes. There's no feedback, you're just swinging in the air. There's no drum skin to rebound off. There's no piano key to press. There's no string to pluck. This game is not about making original music. They give you a list of songs. You are able to play within their parameters. You could change the instruments, the timing, and that's pretty much it. You can change the tempo of the entire song, but other than that, you just pick instruments and then hopefully time the notes properly or pleasingly. Thank you for bearing with that performance. Before we check out the rest of the game, I want to take a little time to talk about what it was like back then. Here's some footage from E3 2008. Couldn't find any better quality, my apologies.
But before we finish today, we want to introduce you to one more experience available this holiday that you'll all be able to play with your current Wii remotes. It's safe to say it will generate a lot of smiles, new smiles, in a whole new way.
They're going to demo Wii Music with a professional drummer and Shigeru Miyamoto. The first time anyone on the planet saw what Wii Music has to offer. This is partly the reason we have pre-rendered cinematic target footage trailers. This is why we have scripted sequences demonstrating the first level of the game. Most developers wouldn't dare risk making their product look bad at the cost of honesty. But Nintendo made that risk. What, no applause yet? Better power through. Oh, what a polite crowd.
Please welcome gaming legend Shigeru Miyamoto.
A lone game designer appears on the horizon. He carries nothing with him but a Wii remote. He plays that Wii remote like it was a wind instrument. With the wrist strap securely fastened, there's no hope of that Wii remote flying into the crowd. Going to touch on some keynote points here. This is how they tried to sell this game to the gaming press.
Now, most music games typically require you to press buttons with precise timing, matching symbols on screen to earn points and compete for the strongest performance. And Wii Music to allow everyone, including people who can't read music and people who can't play real instruments, to experience the joy of performing music.
Exact reason why Guitar Hero and Rock Band were successful.
Now, there's no need to closely follow any musical notes or rhythm guides in order to play these songs. Hold the Wii remote, move your hands and your body like you would when playing a real instrument. The Wii detects that
that and plays a note for you that matches the song.
私の演奏もそうなんです。
And that's how I was just performing for you. I can play guitar, but I cannot play the sax at all.
Wii リモートをこう構えて、
So I was just holding the Wii remote, pretending like I was playing the sax, and pressing the buttons with a timing of my preference.
福岡とか
So in this way, I don't have to worry about what do I do if I play the wrong note or if I make a mistake.
のラビーさんなんで
And of course, behind me here, we have a professional drummer who's been performing for us this morning. His name is Ravi Drums.
で
What he's playing is a separate mode that uses the Wii balance board to activate the drum pedals, creating a complete drum simulator. In fact, Ravi only started practicing just yesterday, and as you can see, he's already gotten quite good.
Yeah, I couldn't keep a straight face for that either. Here's a couple more Nintendo executives trying to play their product in front of press. Sounds better than my average playthrough. You can tell they practiced, but it's immediately sloppy. At least you can tell it's not pre-recorded. Here's the main menu of Wii Music, games, videos, lessons, jam. 4 main options. At the bottom right, you see the Wii Fitness Board, which is how you launch the drum mode. In the bottom left, there is an unprecedented Wii menu button. It returns you to the Wii menu. You know, if you forgot that the home button does it literally any point of most games. If you can convince some buddies to waste some of their life playing Wii music with you, that waste will probably occur in the jam mode. Instrument improv is very close to what Miyamoto was doing in the E3 footage. It's just a solo instrument that slowly gets accompaniment. Like you'll be playing an instrument of your choosing and they'll slowly bring in a computerized drum track and then a bass guitar track to support you. You don't really get to choose your song and it's just like, nah, this isn't what I was expecting to play. You just start like wiggling your hands or pressing buttons. It's not enjoyable. Quick jam is when you're like, I need to play with music! You got no time to fuck around. Quick Jam picks a song on your behalf, instruments on your behalf, a background location on your behalf, and if you don't like it, you can shuffle it. You can shuffle it up your ass! In any kind of jam, pressing the minus button on the Wii Remote brings up a rhythm guide. The rhythm guide is best used for keeping track of exactly how hard it is to nail the downbeat with your fucking waggle controls.
Now, there's no need to follow any musical notes or rhythm guides in order to play these songs.
Technically correct, but if you have any hope of resembling the original composition, you're gonna want to try to stay in rhythm, which is best done by following the
Musical notes,
inside of the
rhythm guide.
Custom Jam is the meat of the game. That's where you get to be the dumbest. You got 50 compositions to play. You can take a classical song, make it a corny techno song at twice the speed. You take Wake Me Up Before You Go and play it really slowly. You could take Frere Jacques and try to make it a reggae song. Yeah, that one drop style. After your masterpiece, you get to keep a video, should you choose to. Back in the day, you could actually send music videos to your friends, and part of that was assigning these popularity points. Why you would assign your video any less than 100 points, I don't know. You get to make a little cover, a little album art. You choose a background, you choose a frame, and then you layer the musicians on as if they were stamps. You can manipulate their poses, the angle. Using your Wii Remote, if you actually shove your hand closer, reach it out towards your television, you can make things bigger. If you pull it back towards your torso, things will go tiny. I don't know much about the CD manufacturing process, but this just looks like you're burning a CD. Pretty low rent, no Glassmaster involved. Even though you're saving the performance you just performed, let's watch it again. So they embellish a little, they add a little introduction scene, some creative camera angles. If you're on the main menu and you just start waving your arms around, you can control the Mii's playing the music right there and then. You can mess up the Wii music theme. When you do some custom jams, I got some recommended instruments to butcher your compositions. Check out a cappella. check out the dog and cat suit. With some instruments, if you hold down on the D-pad, you can play it incredibly fast, like with this guitar. It sounds like some tremolo picking. Press left, right, and up on the D-pad to do dumb spins and jumps. For a confusing performance, play the bass part solo. This instrument that I'm currently playing is a mix between an NES controller and a wind instrument. The DJ is a little goofy, but actually is a pretty reliable way to keep a steady beat. Alright, that effectively covers two things from the main menu. That's all the jam options, and you've basically seen the videos too. So once you keep a video at the end, it goes to the video section. You can watch it later. You can send videos to your friends if everyone involved goes back in time. With jam and video sections out of the way, we are now going to check out lessons. You got Jam Basics, you got Jam Mastery. Jam Basics runs you through the 4 control styles. Let me just climb my pasty bloated self into the screen there, and we can practice piano. Basically with piano, you just wave your Wii Remote and nunchuck, some buttons and directions, do embellishments. You're mostly just waving. Couldn't resist pressing up on the D-pad here. Take a bow. No, you're a pianist. Yeah, so these piano controls, they'll be on everything from keyboards to marimbas. Next is guitar controls, which works on most string instruments. I believe nunchuck is optional. Oh, I'll be the judge of that, Sebastian Toot. Shaking the nunchuck bends the string. After guitar style and piano style, we come to horn style. You take the Wii Remote, you place the infrared sensor pointing at your mouth, and then you press the 1 and 2 button. You get in the position they ask you to, you then tilt up the Wii Remote to increase the volume. So we got horn style controls, guitar style controls, and piano and mallet style controls. The last one is exclusively for violin and cello. It's more of a bowing action. Now with the right me, you can now reenact The Devil Went Down to Georgia. Using the nunchuck to imitate fretting does not feel good, but what else are you gonna do without making a custom controller like Rock Band? Then they anthropomorphize the metronome, they name it Bebops, and they force you to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Even though the game has not been strict about the precision of your timing, they have to reinforce once more that you can improvise. Oh, you want me to improvise, do you? Any other instruments, and I guess I smashed through the prerequisite amount of notes to move on to the next section. Here, do the exact same thing again, but now you're on a stage. Okay, have fun. This is just truly enjoyable. As always, save a video, design a jacket, assign your popularity points. This one's a keeper. I'm gonna treasure it. Jam Mastery. This is where you get your pectin and your glass jars and wrong kind of jam, my mistake. Ah, bro, you learn some styles. Oh yeah, you wanna learn some reggae drums? Because it's gonna be so easy to reproduce this when it's time to record your masterpiece. Alright, that's all I'm doing for lessons. So last of the main 4 options are games, and after that we got the drum mode. So Wii Music has 3 games: Me Maestro, Handbell Harmony, and Pitch Perfect. In Me Maestro, you wave your arms to conduct an orchestra. I like when you completely stop, they just stare at you. You have 5 songs to choose from. You are graded a score on the end, presumably based on how consistent you were. In Handbell Harmony, you have 5 songs to choose from. You are assigned 2 handbells, 2 pitches that you are responsible for throughout the song. You're given something similar to a piano scroll or Guitar Hero-like scroll, where you are responsible to hit your handbell as prompted. Pitch Perfect is a series of pitch games. Test your ear. For example, there is a speaker on the wall that produces a pitch. You must select which of these musicians is playing the same pitch. Which of these 2 idiots are singing the same pitch? Make this 4-part harmony, asshole. To prepare for the special drum mode, I actually had to launch Wii Fit to sync up the balance board. Could not figure out how to do it in Wii Music. Once back in Wii Music trying to launch the drum mode, they asked me to power on the balance board and step off of it. My stupid ass stands up. Drum lessons. You might learn something about timing. You might learn something about patterns. You're not gonna learn anything about feel. I can't stress enough how the lack of physical feedback makes this very difficult. Without the drumsticks bouncing off the skins, what you're left with is trying to have a smooth swing. You're wondering, does the hit register at the apex of my swing? Is there a delay as it needs to confirm that it is on the backswing before it sounds the drum hit? So as you wonder these things, you try to see if it'll react a different way. You try slight variations in how you're swinging it and trying for the life of you to understand what's happening when you move. In theory, if I play perfectly in time, a half beat before I expect it to sound, will it sound really good if I can just ignore what's coming out of the TV? As you're trying to decode what is actually happening in your hands, on top of being a garbage drummer on a real kit, you're just left with a mess. I want to be crystal clear, I have no drumming skill, but I cannot imagine developing any through this software. I mean, if Ravi Drums is having a hard time being consistent, what hope do I have? I think you should check this game out. It's cheap these days. Wii's are common. Runs on the Wii U if you have the old controllers and nunchucks. Make some goofy music, or try your hardest. Either way, it's safe to bet it'll sound bad. This video is objectively too long. I want to thank you very much for surviving. If anyone ever sees this video that's actually played this game and you got a great suggestion for some silly shit to do, then don't leave a comment. I don't want to hear it. I'm never playing this game again. Fuck you.
Ow.